Salute. The streets are buzzing. What's good? Salute Knicks Nation, salute chat. The New York Knicks pulled off a win. It was closer than we thought it would be, but a win is a win. Let's talk about it tonight. The streets will be buzzing. The chat will be buzzing. The New York Knicks, 4 games over 500 now. Looking ahead to the NBA Cup next week. The Knicks took care of business tonight. It was sloppy for moments, but you tip your cap, I think, for the Pistons. The fight that they showed. Jalen Brunson, 42 points. All-star mode activated right now. Julius Randle, double double, clicking right now. And DiVincenzo stepping up, hitting big threes late in the fourth quarter. He played the entire fourth. The chat's already talking about Grimes. We'll talk about it and give out grades tonight. Look at the road ahead and look around the league like we do, fam. But the New York Knicks pulled this one out, edged the Pistons late. It was tied at the half. The Pistons had a 2-point lead at the end of the third, despite heroics from Brunson and Randle. Before the fourth, no one else had really stepped up. But the fourth quarter, some guys finally stepped up. DiVincenzo hit huge threes, and Brunson had the ball moving, which is good. Got Julius activated late on some isolations. There you see an awesome spin move from Bully Barrett. He got in the mix later in this game as well after shooting inefficient from 3. But the New York Knicks pulled off this win mostly based off of offense. The defense was poor for a whole tonight. We definitely did relax a bit more than we should have, and we'll talk about it. But we take this 6-point win, and we have a back-to-back. We have to fly to Toronto now, and that's going to be a tough game. Would have really loved a blowout and really would have loved to rest these guys tonight. But such as the NBA now, man, ladies and gentlemen, that is the NBA. You can't take any team for granted. It was a poor second quarter for the most part. The Knicks had a 16-point lead, and that dwindled. And, 82 games, there's going to be let-down games, but, you want to ideally play excellent 4 quarters, but the Knicks couldn't do that tonight. But heroics from Brunson, again, playing like that all-star. No one could check him. He was raining threes early, and I finished with 42 points. Julius Randle, also with the huge double-double, rebounds and points, finished with, I think, 29. And I will look at the box score in a minute and the stats, fam. But before we do that, we're also going to look ahead to the schedule for this NBA Cup next week. There's confirmation what time the Knicks are playing on Tuesday, and then also if we were to win, what time, what day is the semi-final, and also if we lose, what day is the next game, which is going to be the very next day against the loser of Indiana and Boston as well. So the Knicks, the schedule is not going to get any kinder to us, fam. But we really needed to take care of business tonight, and that is what we did. Fortunately, the Knicks shot much better from 3 later in the game, with DiVincenzo raining those threes. Ended up with 39% and 46% from the field. The Pistons, this is their 16th loss in a row, ladies and gentlemen. So that's a tough break for them. They played probably their best game tonight. Cade Cunningham and also their bench player Sasser and also Killian Hayes had excellent games. They carried them offensively, but we just had too much firepower in the end. We didn't even play good defense throughout the entire game, but when we needed to down the stretch, we got the stops we needed. Fam. So we're going to give out the game ball, give out our grades with the chat, and the chat's absolutely popping right now. Salute Buzzer Beater What's good, fam? It was the Devo show late. I'm glad we won, but yeah, we would have made headlines, fam. So yeah, Jalen Brunson is catching up on Richie Guerin for the 40-point games. I see you, fam. Richie Guerin was indeed special, man. It should never have been close. That's the truth. But we take the win now. We move forward, fam. Such is the high after qualifying for this quarterfinal in the in-season and the NBA Cup. They've got Vegas on their mind. They've got the Bucks. They know they're flying to Toronto. I can understand how they, definitely overlooked the Pistons. I can understand it. Like, it's not saying it's excusable, but you could kind of feel how they've been playing some tough games recently against Phoenix and the like. And the natural habit is to sort of take this team lightly, right? 15 losses in a row, but the fact is the New York Knicks' depth. And we're going to talk in depth about DiVincenzo and our bench. And why the Knicks' depth is able to carry us on nights where some of the key guys don't have it going. Emmanuel Quickley is one of those key guys. RJ Barrett is one of the key guys that didn't really have it going. They did make some good plays, influenced the outcome, but overall they didn't have a great game. But there you see on screen, man, Jalen Brunson moves to 6 40-point games now in franchise history, right? So Richie Guerin had 14 and passes Walt Clyde Frazier, who had 5, fam. So absolute bucket, right? We're going to give out his grade, and he's definitely going to get the game ball and more than that as well. But yeah, once again, shout out Knicks Nation. Salute to the chat, replay squad. And it's great to have you. Appreciate you for rocking out. The streets are buzzing. Smashing that like button. The Knicks are in the best position so far this season now. Taking aside tonight's game, the Knicks are 11-7 and 4 games above 500. We'll look at the standings, and I'll continue to shout out the chat and rock out tonight, fam. And you see the month of December, we're going to break that down later too. Some difficult games in terms of a road trip coming up after the NBA Cup week next week. So, yeah, we really needed this stretch, pulling off these wins. The good win against Miami, and then the wins after the Phoenix. Now taking care of Charlotte, and of course Detroit, fam. But we talked about Jalen Brunson a lot. Out of all the Knicks' good starts to the year, obviously Barrett's interruption with the migraines has, created a situation where he's not as in the rhythm and in the flow as he was before. He's struggling a little. So I think Jalen Brunson's surpassed Mitchell Robinson and RJ Barrett now as being the best New York Knick this season, right? Despite the slow start. So, but a couple of really good games in the first 18 games of the season now. Our guy, man, the big Ragu, is really starting to step up. And we'll talk about the lineups because I mentioned it in the last show or the show before that. But I think it's time. I think it's time to insert Dante DiVincenzo into the starting lineup, man. Who's with me on that? And that's not taking away any investment I have in Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes is a big part of our future and what we do. But I think the time is right, fam. We're 18 games down, and tonight sealed the deal, basically. And I think Tom Thibodeau, at the bare minimum, would be thinking heavily about it right now. The fourth quarter showed the fact that, he had full confidence in Devo in a tight game, in a must-win game, to play the big Ragu, man, down the stretch, fam. So, yeah, we're on pace for 51 wins right now. We're at 6.622 as Buzzer Beater has in the chat, fam. Salute. And good night, Sherwin, in the chat. Nick Streets assemble. You're talking about Jaden Ivey was Dennis Smith Jr. before the draft. You don't think he's as good as Dennis Smith, and he's not going to succeed or pan out so far. Yeah, we'll talk about a bit more about the Pistons, but their struggles go from bad to worse. Monty struggling, 16 losses in a row. I gave them a tick for their fight tonight, making game notes. I got to give them something because they definitely fought. I think their lack of talent, their youth, and they just gave up on a couple of plays. They're just no match for Julius and Brunson, really. But you could be glass half full tonight, glass half empty. If you're a New York Knicks fan, we go 4 games over 500. We took care of business. Brunson's looking great, but you could also say we shouldn't have relied upon such, needing such heroic games from Randle and Brunson late to even shake off this team. But sometimes the records don't say everything, and talent is talent. Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Killian Hayes been in the league forever now. Sasser, we saw some Kevin Knox, he didn't play well, and we saw Alec Burks, who didn't play well as well, but they've got some talent. The odds are stacked against you as an NBA team to lose more than 15 in a row. At some point, you're going to start getting a break. And at times tonight, it looked like they were going to get a break. They were getting the 50-50 balls, fam. They were getting a couple of foul calls as well. But credit to the Knicks, they stayed cool. They remained calm. Isaiah Hartenstein's crazy tip there to RJ Barrett for the nice spin cycle. Little plays like that, unsung heroes. We'll shout out Isaiah. But definitely, Daryl, I see you. You agree with me in terms of Grimes would be, maybe best suited coming off the bench, just for now. And I think it was last year when Tom did take Evan Fournier out of the lineup to make the right call and get some defense in there. This time, it's going to be for a different reason. We need maybe a little bit more consistency and more offense, fam. But the Knicks, doing well this year in steals. 8 tonight, forcing turnovers. 20 turnovers for the Pistons. The Knicks racking up the assists. 25, 50 boards, put up 118. We missed some free throws. We'll talk about that and who missed them. But fast break points, the Knicks gave up too much to Detroit, 14-8. I think 14-6. And second chance points, though, the Knicks dominated. Mitchell Robinson, Isaiah Hartenstein, been fantastic for us this year at, giving us second chance points. We weren't shooting a good efficiency in the second and the third quarters tonight. It was a game of basically the first quarter was amazing, and the fourth quarter was sufficient to get this win tonight against a better team. We definitely might have taken the loss tonight, but Brunson's work, man. He had like 15 at the end of the first quarter, and we thought he was definitely going to get that 40 piece, and man, he delivered. Fam. So without further ado, let's start giving out the grades, and then we'll look at the road ahead. But first man up, got to start with Jalen Brunson, right? Villanova's own JB. His defense this year in terms of making life difficult for the other point guard is excellent. Staying in front of him, taking charges, taking hits, embodies what a New York Knicks is, man. Not just scoring, but laying it all out there now is Jalen Brunson. So another huge game. It's like 3 big games in a row. Before your grade, you know what's coming. The gold star, fam. The signature performance, all-star performance, and he's playing like all-NBA right now. I don't know if many people would disagree. Next up, you get the game ball. Of course, game ball for Jalen Brunson, 42 points, 13 of 24, a crazy efficiency. The three-point shooting's gone to another level this year. I'm talking a whole nother level. 7 of 12 from deep, 58%. That's going to get that percentage way up again. 9 of 10 from the line, 90%. So not even fatigue or attrition is holding the man back. Literally nothing is holding Jalen Brunson back right now from getting that All-Star, All-NBA nod. 8 assists. I love the couple down the stretch, unselfishly getting Randle some better looks on a mismatch, one-on-one. And it was beautiful, fam. Yeah, he was playing a full team game tonight. This could, in essence, be Jalen Brunson's best game of the season, I feel. Points and assist-wise. And not plus-minus, but points and assist-wise. Total floor game. And a steal, 2 fouls, and just 1 turnover. 8 assists, fam. 8 assists to 1 turnover ratio. So stand up, Jalen Brunson. I love it. 3 fouls, 42 points, and a plus 11. He's got the gold star, signature all-star performance, the game ball, fam. And of course, he's got the extra cash and potentially the NBA Cup to think about. We've got Trini, Big Task, and Dwight, fam. What's good? Trini goes A+. Dwight goes A for JB. Good grades, great grades, and I can't disagree with either. Now, the fact that, you could say, Detroit hung around, Cade did get loose a little, Killian Hayes got loose, but for me, A+ for JB. Step on up to the podium, Jalen Brunson. Normally here's where I would say you get a day off, but back at it tomorrow in the 6, fam. Let's get it. Let's get that win against Toronto Raptors, a division rival, right? Let's get one for us, for James Dolan in this lawsuit, fam. Let's go there and snatch their heart out and go 5 games over 500, because the schedule next week is going to be absolutely brutal, which we're about to talk about, fam. We're going to go into the Brew City and play the Milwaukee Bucks, and then if we lose, we have to catch a flight straight to Indiana or Boston the very next day. So yeah, tomorrow's game's going to be crazy. I'm really looking forward to that. Tune in. We'll be live post game once again. But Jalen Brunson, please head back home and get an early night's rest, fam, or get back on that plane. And they might be flying out tonight, actually. So racking up the A+, fam. Grade A student, fam. iStream Team Radio, what's good? A+ for JB. Yep, racking them up. Vaughn, what's good? How are you guys feeling about tomorrow? I guess if we were to lay an egg against tomorrow or tonight, I'd rather have laid an egg tonight. So hopefully tomorrow we get our best game. I really do hope tomorrow's our best game, considering tonight. We definitely took them lightly, fam. Another donut, another glazed donut, fam, to die for. What's good? We're about to get to Grimes. Definitely, we're working our way down. And at the very top was Jalen Brunson with the A+, fam. Now, next man up, Mr. Double Double, Juju Randle. How you feeling, fam? Step on up. Kind of a game where, it was clear domination, but it was domination through patches of the game. It wasn't kind of like a prolonged stretch, because obviously when Brunson has 42 points, he's going to work. But I love what Randle did late, made quick decisions, isolating, finishing over his man with the mid-range, the post-ups, the step-backs, the rebounding, continues to rebound on a record Knicks pace. 10 boards, 8 assists, 29 points, plus 11 as well. 3 fouls, 3 turnovers, so not that many turnovers. The most thing is Julius was actually trying to get some stops at some point. He was chasing. He was, trying to helped the Knicks rally back defensively, made a couple of nice plays as well. So with Randle's game tonight, 12 of 21, 57%, and he was 2 of 5 from deep. So shout out to Randle. Watching the game, I didn't notice him shoot 5 attempts from deep. So that's what I mean. It was kind of that, just a quiet domination, 2 of 5 from deep. But the free throws was a little disappointing, 3 of 6 from the free throw line. But the rebounding, the points, and the assists was amazing. Almost a triple-double for Julius. So what do you guys give for Juju? Dwight's gone with a B+. Ice Stream's gone with a B+ as well. Trini's gone with the A. Fair. So Julius Randle, step on up. You get an A for me tonight. Definitely wasn't, by far not one of the best Randle games we've seen. But the almost close to a triple-double. Did what he needed to do. I think if he had hit 2 more free throws, I could have gone A plus as well, leaving a couple at the line. But yeah, Julius Randle helped seal the win. Helped seal the win late. So salute Juju, another double-double for the season. Vaughn's gone with the A, and Mike's gone with the A-. Salute. Trini gone with the A. Salute, guys. Yep. Where would we be without these two guys, man? Let's get them both into the All-Star game this year. It's East versus West, remember, this year. So plenty more games to be played, though. 18 down. And let's get it, fam. Julius Randle, unfortunately, you don't get a day off because we're back in action tomorrow. So let's see you punish Scotty Barnes. Let's see you go at Pascal Siakam. Man, I want to see you take that matchup personally, man. I want to see the fired up Julius Randle tomorrow night. Tonight was a cakewalk. Let's keep it real. But tomorrow night, I want to see Randle and Brunson do this against, teams that are trying to hang with us, and we can show that they can't hang with us, So I want us to bring our best A game tomorrow. So enjoy it, Juju. Enjoy the A, and get some rest, fam. So there are 2 A students, right? Now, next man up, step on up, R.J. Barrett. So tonight was a little up and down from Barrett. Again, he hasn't hit that peak, since having that layoff. He's working his way in, but obviously Brunson was cooking first quarter. I understand rhythm. Barrett was, though, a little inefficient early, still inefficient from the field, 5 of 12 at the end of the game. But tonight really was just the 3 ball that wasn't falling. A couple of wide open catch and shoots missed, but a couple of contested, heavily contested shots didn't go down for Barrett from deep. But he got to the line 6 times, 4 of 6, 66%. He gets a pass for that. He's been shooting really well from the free throw line. 2 assists, a rebound, 2 turnovers, 2 fouls, 15 points, and a -5. So, yeah, with Barrett, it's definitely been a little trend, and I'd love to see him just shake that off in Toronto, where the man grew up. A sort of a homecoming coming up, fam. So, hit that spin move on screen, that big bucket when we really needed it. But yeah, but basically a lot of the other Knicks weren't efficient tonight from Brunson and Randle. Barrett 23 minutes as well, so didn't play as many minutes, but yeah, just wasn't efficient. I got no issues with the shots he was taking, so we'll have to just see him get back into rhythm. For tonight, man, RJ Barrett, you'll get a C+ for me tonight. What do you guys think for RJ? Trini's gone with the C, and RJ's been struggling. Yep, no doubt about it. To die for, yep. all about tomorrow night. Huge divisional game as well. We do have a little bit of breathing room with Toronto, but they could definitely hang with us. They can hang around if we don't put them away. Mike's agreeing with the C+. Let's get it. Dwight, C- for RJ. I can feel that. Vaughn's gone with B-. Yep. iStream gone with the C+ for Barrett. Yet we agree. The spin. The thing with Barrett is, he only needs a split second, an opportunity offensively, and he can really create something special offensively, like what he did here. And I think it's definitely a situation where his touches, don't often come. If Brunson's starting well, he doesn't get a whole lot of touches early. The Barrett, the theme during his hot stretch was he was starting really well in games. First quarters, the three ball was falling early. But look, they've got some trees. I think generally when RJ Barrett's not efficient, it's when he's at the rim or the three ball is not falling. But if he's bullying his way to the bucket and just trying to get fouled or pulling up for the mid-range, the efficiency, that helps him a lot more. So to die for has gone with the C for RJ Barrett. Yep, I can feel you on that. But yeah, being a back-to-back, like I said again, let's dust this one off. Let's dust off the filth of playing Detroit. A team that's lost 16 in a row now. Some of that filth can kind of fall off onto you, and let's shake it off, dust it off, and get on the plane, have a shower, get on the plane, and and hopefully these guys bring their A games tomorrow night, fam. Because like I said, man, next week's going to be crazy for this franchise in terms of crazy opportunity to really set our season up in many ways, in regular season and with this cup, fam, as well. So we got 2 starters left, right? We're about to hit on Quentin Grimes, so let's bring the truth serum with this situation. Give us your thoughts, and the streets are buzzing, smashing that like button. Let's get back to it. So step on up, Quentin Grimes, fam. And then we're about to hit on Money Making Mitch and that beautiful story that came out from MSG with Mitch and his high school coach as well. But Quentin Grimes, man, let's look at his numbers, fam. Quentin Grimes, there are no numbers. Man, 0 points, glazed donut, like the chat said. Hate to see it, man. I just really hate to see the young man struggle. But that's the main reason why I want this to change. I want this switch up, because if a player is struggling, it's up to you as the coach to make something change. The player is clearly in a funk, very clearly in a funk, and it's a situation where I think he can get out of that if he's playing with the bench unit. More touches on offense, more chances to make mistakes with minimal impact, and more chance to to feed off of Quickley's energy. You know how Quickley always helped get Obi going, vice versa sometimes, but I think Grimes playing with Quickley and Hartenstein's hustle with Hart could be a really good look. And the main other reason is DiVincenzo is just shooting better, catching and shooting as well. So it's working really both ways, fam. So to die for says Grimes looked like Fournier, who just lost their best friends. Man, yeah. We saw that look. That wasn't a good look, I think, for MSG. Now, they didn't zoom all the way in on Grimes, but Grimes was central to the frame when they were looking at the bench, when DiVincenzo was raining threes. Man. And all you saw was Quentin Grimes there, just looking straight deadpan, straight-faced, man. So before we give his grade, man, let's look at it. 0 of 5, 0 of 3 from deep in his 16 minutes. So the minutes have started to shrink. So that there tells you what might be on the horizon, fam. Normally when a player loses their starting role, they don't just get yanked, but the minutes start to shrink, man. Right now. Like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, you know. You just start to shrink, man. And 1 rebound, 2 steals. You know, definitely Grimes, we know what he can do defensively. I think Cade did try to back him down a few times. I thought he did show toughness there on that, you know, giving up a little bit of size. But yeah, I value Grimes' defense more than DiVincenzo's. That's never a question. But I just think offensively, it's the time. It's time to do it now. Whether it's, you know, after Toronto, I know tomorrow night's a back-to-back, so we might not do it. Maybe we do it when we get back next week. Maybe after 21 games, whatever it is. I think it's time to make that switch up now. And this man's been able to string together a few great games in this funk that Grimes has been in, man. So what do you guys give, man? How brutal should we be, right? iStream's given Grimes the F tonight. I haven't given out an F this year yet, so someone might have to talk me out of it. Daryl says Grimes gets the D. Dwight's also gone with the D. Yep. He looks uncomfortable in the offense. Yeah, you summed it up, definitely. Uncomfortable. I noticed this, and I said it last show. Clyde said something quite telling. You know, Clyde's unfiltered. You know, as a former Hall of Fame, a former player. Yeah, he sees something and he just says it straight away. But Grimes, you know, made up his mind what to do with the ball when he threw that alley-oop last game, I think, to Mitch. But you know, the Mitch wasn't even in position to catch the lob, but Grimes just threw it up. And Clyde said Grimes is making decisions already before the play has developed. So he's sped up, you know. And normally when the player is sped up, you know, they're uncomfortable and you know, things need to settle down. So yet to die for on point, only took 5 shots as well. How can you get out of a funk? Yeah, you need more shots. I understand that for sure. And I also think those shots can come off the bench too, playing with those other guys. It might be an even better balance for everything. You know, more 3-point shooting in the starting unit, helping Brunson and Randle go to work in the post, and they could pass it out to Devo. Also, Quentin Grimes could get up and down, run the lane, you know, with Quickley and Hart too. Yeah, he wasn't even cheering on that situation. So, yeah, young man, I'm going to give him a pass, fam. I didn't realize, but yeah, the dude from Detroit, Sasser, looked like he's a fellow Houston, a University of Houston man. Maybe that was what didn't make you know, Grimes look too good on the bench either, fam. You know, it was a big night. So, man, with that said, man, I can't really give him any more grace. With it, it's been 4 or 5 bad games in a row, and it's just getting bad to worse. So, Grimes does, you know, he always gives us energy and effort off the bench. So I'm gonna stop short of an F, but Quentin Grimes, you're gonna get a D minus, fam, the lowest grade of the year so far, because it's been a culmination. Not really so much just from tonight, but you know, yeah, it's been a culmination, fam. So hopefully, you know, Tom Thibodeau, the coach, Brunson, you know, someone can take this man under his wing and just help him get that confidence back. You know, every young player needs that vet. Right? Who's going to be Quentin Grimes' vet that just says, man, you're better than this, you know? What is it? Maybe he's just in a mini funk and he's going to, you know, burst out of it soon. But for me, it's been 5-6 games now of our struggle, you know. And you could go back maybe even further. And I had high expectations for this year for Quentin as well. So yeah, man, maybe it does take getting on the road. Whatever it is, let's hope we see this change. I hope we see something change soon, fam. But we're paying Devo 12 mil, and for a reason. And I think let's activate him, man. Next man up, fam. So hopefully, Quentin, you get out of this, fam. Whatever it is, whatever is helping you cause this funk, right? Maybe I don't think I said this yet, but we know Grimes got with JJ Redick. We know he got with Penny Hardaway. He treated this off season like a huge off season, and no doubt he didn't. No doubt he put in the work, but it's just not showing right now. It's not translating offensively from the three. Even when he was shooting okay last year, I was always saying I felt like he shoots too fast. He's sped up. Sometimes when there's no defender on him, he catches and shoots it like it's a 3-point contest, and he's got 3 seconds left, and he's only on the final rack. Sometimes I feel like he could just slow it down a little, Grimes. Don't rush the shot. The form is beautiful. The release is perfect. If you're going to show any shooter growing up, what's a good mechanic? No doubt you show them Quentin Grimes. It's just not falling right now. Something's in his head, I feel like. I've heard people suggest having DiVincenzo there. Just the presence of DiVincenzo has maybe unsettled Grimes a little bit. Maybe something from Evan Fournier is rubbing off as well. But I think long term he'll be fine. I think right now he's just struggling, man. But yet we move on, man. I feel like like I say it again. I'd rather change it up right now. Next game, if possible, let's get those minutes up from DiVincenzo, man. But next man up to complete the starting lineup is money-making Mitch Robb. 30 minutes, was 2 of 4, 2 of 2 from the line. Hit both free throws, Mitch, 100%. 9 boards, 6 offensive, an assist, a steal, a block, 1 turnover, just 2 fouls. We don't even talk about that anymore. But Mitch is basically he's cured. He's been cured of the foul troubles. Basically, that's an old narrative now. And 6 points, and it was a +8 from money making Mitch. Shout out, fam. What do you guys give for Mitch? While you guys rack up the grades for Mitch, we got to talk about what we learned today during the broadcast, that they interviewed Mitch's high school coach, Butch Stockton, from Lafayette, I think, from Louisiana, and he's unfortunately he lost Mitch's high school coach lost his wife in September, and Mitch, being the upstanding man he is, at the funeral he told Coach, "Man, you're welcome to come stay with me in New York. Why not, come change of scenery, lift your spirits, just come over with me." And we learnt that Mitch's high school coach has been living with him, man, in New York City. Let that sink in, man. So a beautiful gesture. He's got a kind heart, for any player to do that in the league and give up their place, allow, their former coach to stay with them. I don't think there's been confirmation how long coach has been staying with Mitch, but man, it looks like it's been good for both parties. Mitch is having a career year also, so stand up, Mitch. Tonight, man, not in the double digits with rebounds, almost, but 6 offensive, and a steal, assist, and a block, and 6 points, fam. So with that said, I'm going to give Mitch now his grade, and Mitch, step on up, fam. You've been enjoying that cash. B+ for me tonight. Could give A-, B+. I'll keep it a B+ for me. Michael agrees, fam. B+ for Mitchy, money making Mitch. Yep, helping out his coach, I think he's a father to 2 kids as well. Man, he's definitely busy. He's a busy man, man, blocking shots and helping a brother out. Ice Stream goes A. Dwight's gone the A+ for Mitchie. Yep. Old head, what's good? Mitch showed improvement on the free throws tonight. Form looked better. Yeah, you said it, actually. I looked away for the first free throw, but the second free throw, I noticed that, yeah, he definitely looked like he got more wrist action, fam. Extra arc. So, yeah, hopefully that's something that continues. That'll be awesome. But, Mitch badly wants to improve with the free throws. No one wants to get the hacker treatment. And it looked like, it hurt him to be taken off the floor against Phoenix. But I think he's bounced back. He didn't let that affect him at all, man. All hustle, energy, effort from Mitchie. To die for gone with the A, especially when he hit the 2 free throws. Yep. Due to the free throws being his kryptonite. Yeah, overcame kryptonite tonight. Yep, I can feel that. Definitely, man. Yep. So Mitch has, been now, aside from Brunson, I think Mitch has definitely been the most consistent Knick this season. But yeah, Brunson's stretch recently is just, he's elevated himself, I think, to the top. But yeah, Mitchie, RJ, Randle's been good recently as well. In larger stretches, not all the time, but larger stretches. But yeah, Brunson, right, another night where he carries us really. Every franchise has that. You need that player on off nights. When other guys don't have it going, that guy just shows up, man, with his lunch pail. That's what got Brunson the A+, man, game ball. But yeah, that was the starting lineup, man. It hurt me to give Grimes a D-, but it is what it is. We just got to grade as we see it. And yeah, it's been 2 donuts in 5 games, and it's been 2 3-point performances and 1 6-point performance. So over 5 games, the man's been struggling offensively. But this man tonight stepped up in a major way. And with us, it's always next man up, guys. We talk about it. And we really needed him off the bench because Quickley had a down night. So we start with the big Ragu off the bench, ladies and gents. I think he hit 3 threes in the fourth quarter, 3 or 4 all in the fourth quarter when we badly needed it. He arrived right on time. 22 minutes was 4 of 8. All of them were threes, 4 of 8 from deep. That's what he's here to do, man. He ain't gun shy. And 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and 1 foul. 12 points. Was a neutral in the plus minus. So, man, so we talked about it earlier. The big Ragu has chemistry with Jalen Brunson. That's another reason to add to the list. Why I think it's a good idea. I don't know if this has been confirmed, but I heard many people say, Dante was Jalen Brunson's best friend in college. I think might be his best friend off court right now. To play with one of your best friends or your brother, the chemistry's there. Late, one of those threes in the corner, Brunson was a no-look dish. Late shot clock as well. Dante caught, shoot, and I know no hesitation. And that was his 3rd 3 of the 4th. And the Garden crowd was going crazy at that point. So I think it's been 3 really good Garden games for the big Ragu. Obviously, we want to see him more consistent. He's definitely not been that consistent overall this year, but he's had more good and great games than Quentin Grimes, than Josh Hart as well. So offensively, right behind Quickley, DiVincenzo is right there as our second best offensive player off the bench. Fair. Do you agree with me, guys? replay squad chat, should we make the switch up? And would you put Dante in the starting lineup, or would you prefer to put Quickley, which would make the bench unit a lot weaker, but it would make it tricky with no point guard. Dante DiVincenzo would have to be ball handling, or Deuce McBride, I think. So for me, it's we need a little bit of extra size. DiVincenzo's another dude that doesn't need the ball. I think Quickley needs the ball to dominate off the bench, but the big Ragu can just stand there, catching and shooting. We've given him his flowers for defensively as well. You know, I love Devo's ability to anticipate the play, get in passing lanes, be disruptive, and just be that bull in a china shop. You know, defensively, he makes it uncomfortable for the offense. His aggression, he does gamble, but he's always going to pick up steals. Now tonight, actually, I say that he didn't get a steal, but it felt like, he got a couple of hands to the ball, and he's been good recently with the steals, fam. So, what do you guys give for Ragu? Old Head, though, agrees with, I'd rather start Dante, Brunson's college roommate. Yep, you feel me on that. I think chemistry is everything, but he's the next closest thing to Grimes in terms of fit and suitability. Grimes, is effective off the ball, but unfortunately he's so uncomfortable when he gets the ball, which is why I'd want to make that switch up. It's not just because Grimes ain't shooting well. It's I think we can all agree when Grimes does get the ball, he's not letting the defense. He's not reading what's happening, and he's not letting that dictate what he does. He's making his mind up real quick. But I think, Dante, what we need, he's not hesitating when he's shooting, and he's also making good plays as well. And the chemistry with JB. Yep, to die for says real talk. Agree with me, guys. Yep. And well, definitely, I'm going to jump online and see what the fans are saying too. But the chat here is where it's at, and it's buzzing, smashing that like button. And Devo's that's the move. I think that's the move to make. So with that said, man, one of his best games is a New York Knick. In my eyes, you get extra bonus points if you turn up late. You could have a bad 3 quarters. If you turn up late, you get extra points. So DiVincenzo helped us win this one and avoid embarrassment, man. So with that said, Dante DiVincenzo, step on up. You're going to get a B for me tonight. I could have gone B+. Try not to get too carried away because some of the other starters got a B+, but DiVincenzo, you earned the solid B. 8 attempts on volume, 4 deep balls, 3 boards, 2 assists. That's and a block actually, and a block. So look, solid all around game, man. I could go up to a B+ for Devo, man. We're in a good mood. So before we head to Toronto, man, take this B+ with you. Man, what do you guys want? Dwight says you would damage Grimes' confidence more if we switch. Yep, I could understand that too. But I really feel like Grimes is going to battle through it and learn more off the bench as well. But maybe that's what the organization's thinking as well. I think Tom Thibodeau might give him a little more chances, but we'll see. I think there's an argument to make that playing him more with the starting lineup may continue his funk. Maybe his confidence continues to hurt, but hopefully not. Hopefully tomorrow night is a big night for Grimes, fam. But I like what DiVincenzo did off the ball, on the ball. He chips in and makes plays, fills the stat sheet as well. 22 minutes. Those minutes have crept up. He played 17-18 most recently. But also, like Old Head says, Grimes can get those extra shots with the second unit. Fam, yep, 100%. Fam, yep, you're onto it with that one, man. So, you look, I don't think you could lose either way. It's just what I would do. You know, everyone's got their preference. You know, my preference is to make the switch up now, but I feel like Grimes will be fine long term. I think he'll shake out of it. Fam, he's just got to slow down and read and react. Fam, so let's hit up on God's son Emmanuel Quickley now. So Emmanuel Quickley had a down night tonight. Quickley just couldn't get it going offensively. Whether it is, you know, Detroit's defense, you know, up and down, they were playing off the bench. I think the tendency is to try to, you know, when you're playing an inferior opponent, is to try to go at them, be aggressive. Quickley was that. Put up 10 shots. Was 2 of 10, but 1 of 5 from deep. He couldn't get to the line tonight. 2 assists, rebound, 1 turnover, and 5 points, but was still a +3. So shout out to Quickley for still getting in the plus in 18 minutes. But yeah, our struggles this game was clear. It was the second and the third quarters, and that was a big part of Quickley's minutes. We just couldn't get much offense off the bench. You know, even Barrett couldn't get much off the bench. DiVincenzo got his buckets late with the starting unit. So yeah, it is what it is. Unfortunately, we were lackluster. I thought we did some poor shot selection. Now, yeah, Quickley in 19 minutes, basically 2 of 10, 5 points. So yeah, quiet night for Quick. It's unlike him, but he's been playing extremely well recently. So he does get a pass tonight. But with that said, IQ, you're going to get a C. Emmanuel Quickley, you might be your lowest grade for the year, but you get a pass, you get a C, have an early night, get on that plane, and turn up. And I think he's played really well in Toronto as well recently. Last year does quick. So let's get it, fam. Bounce back. We really need you. Dwight's gone with the C- for that. Yeah, I can feel you on that. C- is fair, very fair for Quick. Yeah, basically what I saw was a guy trying to be aggressive, just wasn't efficient, but the shot selection wasn't great. But yeah, sometimes every now and then the shots just don't go down, right? He's been on a tear recently, so I think yeah, it'll be a one night thing. I think Quickley will bounce back in a major way. We've got some huge games coming up next week that we're about to talk about, but we're going to hit on Josh Hart and I Hart, the hearts to heart right now. And I think first man up, Josh did some really good things tonight. I love him going coast to coast, drawing some fouls. We had Thompson cop an elbow from Hart, trying to finish on the break. Hart was efficient, 66%, 2 of 3, went 1 of 2 from deep, so salute. He gave us a 2 of 4 though from the line, so he could do better. You know, 2 of 4, he could have gone 3 or 4 at least. 7 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, 1 turnover, 2 fouls, 7 points, and was a +6. Right, winning player, Joshua Hart, usually in the plus, on low volume, but yeah, Tibbs loves playing him 30 minutes. Tonight he did pass up a couple of open shots again, but he did pull the trigger on a couple of ones real quick. So solid night for Hart tonight. He was aggressive, running the floor with that play. That did help, kind of break the game open a bit. You know, we really needed that. So with your grade, step on up to the podium. Josh Hart, you get a B for tonight. Good rebounding, solid 7 points, plus in the plus minus, and I was efficient. fam. Buzzer beaters in the chat, salute. IQ with the C, I agree. Yep, you feel me on that. Nick Yak, what's good? You feel like the contract situation hovering over Quickley is causing him to play more selfish. Yep. With that situation. I think he's been good recently. I think Quickley is, trying to fulfill that role. But I do notice, some people do feel like he's more tunnel vision at times. But I think with the bench lineup, when you look at Hart, you look at Hart, there's not a whole lot of other guys that can shoot. Dwight's gone with a B as well for Josh. Yep, he's been super solid recently. I'd love to get his minutes down a little bit. I'm not a fan of the 32 minutes for Hart. I feel like 25 is better. And I'd rather more shooting. Fam, what do you guys think? What is an ideal minutes for you, for Josh Hart? Obviously, game to game is going to be a little different. Maybe the fact that I'm overlooking the fact that he's our backup four, that he needs to play more minutes. So that might be it, I think. Yeah, last year he wasn't playing this much. With that said, I'd love to play RJ Barrett more. Last game he was 28, 29 minutes. Tonight, although he was inefficient, he was 23 minutes. I'd rather play Barrett more than Josh Hart with the bench. However way they can get that working. Although I do think they have to substitute Hart in first to get RJ Barrett out early so that RJ can play with the bench. So that is also affecting Hart's minutes, fam. But yeah, you can't really complain a lot when he's efficient and when he's in the plus, fam. Buzzer's also gone with a B- for J Hart, fam. Yep. So solid performance. Josh, let's see you in Toronto, fam. Let's get it. Bring your A game and let's get aggressive tomorrow night. We're going to need that solid shooting from you, fam. So the final player of the 9-man rotation is Isaiah Hartenstein. Hart. Now step on up. Made some beautiful plays tonight, especially that one where he tipped it back out for Barrett. So step on up. And Hart got 17 minutes, was 1 of 1, and 2 offensive rebounds, big, 3 total, 2 turnovers, 3 fouls, and 2 points. But played 17 minutes, so little underwhelming from Hart. Look, they did out-hustle us a little bit at times. Hart makes some solid plays, but I think the bigs, and Detroit were lingering too long for us tonight. I don't think we took them as serious as we should. So Hart was a part of that too. The bench did struggle. I think, in 17 minutes he's usually getting more rebounds, but the 2 offensive were definitely noted. Offensively, he's not playmaking with the bench at the minute, and he's not putting up many shots. So, I know, RJ, Devo quickly need to get shots off the bench, but I love Hart to get more than 1 attempt, in 17 minutes. But he's got to convert when he gets the chance. So, for tonight, man, Hart, not a great game. So you're going to get a C+ for me. You get that extra plus from some of those hustle plays, but I felt like we did get a little out-hustled with our bench lineup as a whole. Fam, what have you gone for Hart? Dwight gives Hart a C for tonight. Definitely. Michael's gone with the C- for that. Yeah, the stats aren't great tonight. We were getting a little out-hustled, but I love the 2 offensive rebounds. 1 of 1 from the field. Buzzer's gone with the B for the Hart tonight, man. So, before we look ahead, I'm going to bring up the stats after. So that's the team tonight. They're your grades, man. Everyone's on the plane, ready to head to the 6 for a big one. And we'll be there post-game live, chopping it up tomorrow night. And it's going to be big. We know the Knicks, Dolan, everyone from top to bottom want to get at these Raptors, fam. So let's look at the stats before tonight, after 17 games. And has anything changed? Fam. But before we do that, we got JB up on screen, who took the game ball. Let's get you back up there with the gold star game ball performance. Step on up, Jalen Brunson, with that smile from ear to ear. But yeah, the Knicks have moved up a little bit. So we moved from 7th to 6th in net rating. This is before tonight, after 17 games. The Knicks are still 4th in defensive rating. We moved up to 6th in net rating overall, and we're 12th in offensive rating. So in the grand scheme of things, what does this mean? The Knicks are basically in the top 6 teams in the league in these top statistical categories. So defense is holding up. We're 1st in rebound percentage. We're 1st in opponents' points per game. We're 12th in opponents' field goal percentage. 16th opponents' 3-point. 12th in opponents' fast break, limiting fast breaks. 1st in opponents' second chance points, where we're not letting teams get a second chance to get it up. 11th in steals, and 16th in forcing opponents to turn it over. So solid work overall. Tom Thibodeau's earning his money right now, as the Knicks are a top 5 defense, top 4 defense in the league, fam. And that's with what people think was a liability as a point guard, Jalen Brunson. You know, remember that talk? The Knicks couldn't have a good defense with Jalen Brunson as a point guard, as a starting point guard. He's putting that, and the team's putting that myth to bed right now. So, we defend as a team. And right now we're doing the job. I think what we're about to talk about is our offense, right? Upside. The Knicks are 9th in 3-point percentage, but unfortunately 28th in field goal percentage. So hopefully that meets in the middle somewhere. I'm okay with it being maybe hopefully 12th in 3-point, and let's get the field goal up to at least 20th. We're 26th in putting up points per game. We've moved up from 30th last to 29th in pace. So we're moving like a snail, but we're moving up one spot from 30th to 29th in pace. We're 30th in blocks, 28th in assists, but we're 5th in turnovers per game. So we're holding on to the ball, fam, taking care of the ball. So that's one thing you can do if your offense ain't great. If you give yourself extra possessions, extra chances to score, that can cancel it out. And being 12th in offensive rating, so that means the New York Knicks are basically a top 12 offense. So I'll take it. We had a pretty wretched stretch with Julius Randle to start the year, and a bad start for Brunson, and we're still the 12th. We're still top 12 in offense right now. With upside, I think we're moving up, baby. Maybe the 3-point percentage drops. Like 9th is a little surprising, but Brunson's the man. Like, he's the man raising the bar, because he's shooting incredible. Like we saw tonight, another 60% from deep, basically, which is insane. Fam. Brunson shot 58%, 7 of 12, basically single-handedly raising our team's 3-point percentage up to 39, despite the fact that only Randle shot 40%, Hart 50%, but the rest are not very good, with Quickley and Barrett. And Devo definitely stepped up as well. So, yeah, that's the tale, fam. After 17 games, I would like to see our pace move up. I'd like to see our points per game move up. I'd love to see our field goal percentage start to move up. But our defense is holding us down, man. Right now, really holding us down. So, Jalen Brunson, particular, man, game ball, salute, salute, salute. Isolating, devastating tonight on the Pistons. Send them to 16 losses in a row, man. I don't know if the Knicks had 16 losses when we had the 17-win season. I don't think we had 16 losses in a row, man. That's rough, man. That just goes to tell you, man. Yeah, you could tank and tank, but the guys got to play as a team, right? And the NBA is getting stronger as it is as well. So you need veterans, man. Alec Burks ain't enough. You need more veterans, I think, in that locker room, fam. So now what do we got to do is we're going to look around the league from tonight before we wrap it up. So this is the lowdown for next week, fam. So tomorrow we head to Toronto, Friday night Knicks, and then Saturday, Sunday rest. We got the weekend off. Monday we get off as well. We play again Tuesday in the Brew City, Milwaukee, right? Tuesday we played that one at 7:30 p.m. tip on TNT. So that's good. After playing tomorrow, we get 3 days rest. That's good. That's going to be a big week. And then we get it. Hopefully we get the win, right? Another reason we want this win, because if we... right, so let me pull this up now. This is the scenario for you, fam. If Milwaukee and Boston advance, meaning we don't beat Milwaukee, we have to play Indiana on Wednesday, the very next day, fam. So it's a back-to-back if the Knicks don't beat Milwaukee, fam. That stinks, if you ask me. So I've seen a lot of people talk about, this has taken the shine off the in-season tournament. It is what it is. It's a roll of a dice, man. Talking about Vegas, we got to go for the win. We just have to. If we don't beat Milwaukee, we have to play Indiana or Boston away the next day. So we have to catch a flight and play the next day, fam. If we win, then this is what happens, fam. If we win, then we play again on a Thursday. We get Wednesday off, obviously, and then we play again Thursday at 5 p.m. on ESPN. So that's an earlier game, 5 p.m. on Thursday if we win on Tuesday. Hopefully it's against... pick your poison. It's either going to be Boston or it's going to be Indiana. Either one. And even if we don't win, we're going to have to play the loser of those two either. So I think Boston's going to win. I think it's going to be close. Indiana have home court. But I think Boston's going to win that one. And hopefully we win. And then we're playing Boston for the 5th time of this season, fam, on Thursday. But yeah, like I said, if we lose Tuesday, then we have to get it the very next day, fam. The losers have to wake up early and get it, man. So, yeah, it's a tournament game, and it's a regular season game as well, fam. So these count for the regular season as well. It's only the championship game that is an additional game. So let that sink in. So the Knicks might have to play the Bucks and the Celtics that one extra time in the season. So man, struggle town with that, but let's go in there with that winning mindset, and let's win it, fam. Let's win both. Let's go for it. I think we can beat Milwaukee. They're not the same, man. With Damian Lillard, defensively, Brook Lopez is aged, also. So I really think we have a great chance. So I'm going to pull up now the standings in the East, ladies and gentlemen, as the Knicks climb their way up. Now you see it on screen. The Knicks moved to 11-7, 4 games above 500. Shout out. The best position of the season so far. And we are only 1 game behind Philly, back of 4th seed. So the Knicks are in 5th, moving up, hopefully almost catching Philly. They've had a hot start to the season, Philly, at 12-6, with Tyrese Maxey playing awesome. But the New York Knicks are right there, man. We're coming. So good looks so far. Tough games coming up, but let's capitalize, you know. We've been punishing bad teams that we need to punish. Now we just have to really have string together some statement wins, you know, with the world watching, the national media watching, you know, against Milwaukee and against Indy or Boston next week, and of course tomorrow. I think Toronto, they've been up and they're down. I think we have a great chance. I think we should beat them. Look at them. They're in 11th seed right now. They're not even in the play-in. The Raptors, man, they're below 500, 9-10, and the New York Knicks are all the way 2.5 games above them, fam. So can't take any team lightly. We need to bring it tomorrow night, fam. That's the truth, right there. So that's the scenario. What are you guys feeling? Otherwise, what's good, fam? Nick Yak, appreciate you for that, man. Great comment. You mean they have to play us an extra game? Yes, real, recognize real on that, fam. Let's get it. Michael says Jalen Brunson, 2 gold stars, fam. I would if I could, fam, but yeah, let's do that. I can't bring up another graphic. Maybe actually I can. Maybe I can, fam. Hopefully I can. Yeah, there we go. I got the 2 gold stars right there on screen for you, fam. A+ and a 42-point performance, man, catching up to Richie Guerin, fam. So yeah, like Nick Yak says, that's the way we've got to look at it, you know. Scared money don't make no money. Whether it's the Celtics, Indiana, the Bucks, they have to play us 5 times. Let's look at it that way. We've made the commitment. This is the tournament now. I think they're going to raise the stakes. I think that's the truth. I did tweet out. I suggested the New York Knicks. The winner of the in-season tournament should earn full home court advantage in every single round of the playoffs if they make it to the playoffs. I think that's going to create absolute chaos, but it's going to give each team something to really hustle for in this tournament, because you could really be that wild card in the playoffs and trump higher seeds, you know. Let's say we finished 5th, you know. We reverse home court and we win the in-season tournament. We finish 5th. We get home court in the first round. So yeah, Indiana, I think they've got a good chance to cause an upset. Right, so that will be something nice. People talking about a playoff spot. I think that's good. That's a step in the right direction. I'm worried that if a team earns a playoff spot in December, they're going to compromise the rest of the season a little bit, you know. I don't think we should be giving out playoff spots in December because there's still too much basketball to be played. But if a team knows they have home court, but they just don't know where they're going to finish, I think that's good enough. I think to hustle, and then maybe you raise the stakes more, you know, from 500,000 to 750 or even $1 million. You know, if Netflix or, you know, Apple TV, if more money comes in for the TV deal, just for the tournament games, then I think you can raise the pool, I think. So Dwight's not feeling as confident tomorrow night. We feel like we used up too much energy. I could see tomorrow being a letdown game, but I hope not, man. I really hope they come out and surprise, fam. So Buzzer's asking, the Magic for real? For real is in, I don't think they're a contender, but I think they are real is in they're a real player. Van, that's what I'll give you, Van. That's what I'll say. I think, they're second seed. You got to take them seriously. They're 13-5. I think they're going to come back down, but I think they're going to be still enough of a player in this top 6, top 8 landscape, and I think they're going to cause some headaches, fam. So I think, yeah, you got to take them seriously, man. I really do. I think they're better than the Pacers. I mean, the standings show it right there, but I think by the end of the year, I think they're going to be above the Pacers as well, maybe even above the Heat, maybe even above Philly. I don't think they'll be above the Bucks. I don't think they'll be above us. So hopefully when they come to MSG, we really get to see what the Magic are all about. I think they've got a nice blend of vets. Joe Ingles. They've got guys who have been in the league a minute now, with Gary Harris, Markel Fultz, Cole Anthony's a dog, Jalen Suggs is a dog. Then they've got the top guys with Paolo and with Franz as well. They're building the right way. That's the way to do it, fam. Pieces that fit. I think Detroit's just slapping pieces together and they don't quite fit. We saw tonight, K doesn't shoot very well for the season. He doesn't shoot the three. Jaden Ivey is a drive first kind of guy. They need shooters, I think, as well. Then they got Thompson. So yeah, they're coming up real fast, ladies and gents. But speaking of coming up fast, Jalen Brunson's all-star shine for this year continues to rise. And I think, his game's going from strength to strength. Right, what do you guys feel the ceiling is for Jalen Brunson, right? Perennial All-NBA, right? The man shooting ridiculous numbers from 3 with no signs of it dropping. But tonight, 8 assists, was all over the place, right? He just had it flowing tonight. In terms of the double star, all-star, all-NBA, A+, extra cash, game ball. Man, he's got his hands full. 13 of 24 on the field, carrying us early in games, but also setting his teammates up. He got Randle cooking late with 8 assists. Randle also got 8 assists as well. Almost a triple-double. We got to get Randle that triple-double this year. He's got close a few times. But yeah, JB's got close as well a few times. So that's the difference, man. In the NBA, 1 or 2 guys can elevate a franchise just so much. Talk about the Mavericks with Luka. Talking about the Bucks when Giannis first came on the scene. Us Knicks when Randle became an all-star, all-NBA. He took Derrick Rose and a bunch of role players to the 4th seed. Now we have Jalen Brunson here as well. So yeah, in this league, a couple of players, can really elevate a franchise, enormously if they're the right pieces. We see Anthony Edwards with Minnesota. If you hit on that, Swiper Fox with the Kings. The Kings are legit as well. You can make up the right trades. You can put the pieces around those guys, but you just got to get those guys. You got to get your foundational positions right. Mitchell Robinson's elevating us to filling that role as the starting center. Tonight was the feel-good vibe of Mitch's good karma as well, helping out his former high school coach, fam. Yeah, you said it, Buzzer. As I predicted, the Pacers would come back down, also because they don't have as many vets. See, that's the thing. You can't have a team of all these young guys. You need enough vets. Also, they've got Miles Turner. They've got Buddy Hield. But I don't know if those are the vets that can carry them. Let's see. It's going to be Tyrese show, I think. But yeah, we can't be afraid. That's my approach. Let's beat Toronto. Let's get 3 days rest. And then let's beat Milwaukee so that we don't have to play the next day, fam. And even face the Pacers, man. So with that said, we get ready to wrap this thing up. Again, we're back at it in less than 24 hours, fam. But the chat's been blazing tonight. On the streets are buzzing. Smashing that like button. Replay squad, salute. Knicks Nation, we're 4 games over 500. After the toughest part of the season. And we got upside, so... But the real gut check time is coming. It is, we're going to really know what these Knicks are, I think, in the next month, with December. But yeah, I agree with you, old head, with Brunson's assists. Are there when the players make the shots. Most def, no doubt. Yep. Yeah, our depth is the key. Nick Yak, I think, with the bench and the guys stepping up in the absence of guys that don't have it going. That's the luxury some teams don't have as well. So another A+ game from Brunson. Let's hope we're not too gassed tomorrow, but we got more to play for too. So hopefully they know how important the game against Toronto is with the division, and all of that. But yeah, salute everyone. Peace, happiness, blessings. Peace out, and I'll catch you tomorrow, man. Let's get it. Orange and blue